Whispers of a troubling diagnosis have sent shockwaves through André Rieu's close circle. Now, his son is speaking out. Sudden farewells, unexpected cancellations, and emotional moments behind the scenes all point to something serious. Could this mark the end of an era? Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. André Rieu is a name synonymous with elegance, joy, and unforgettable music. For over 50 years, he has been the soul of classical crossover, leading the Johann Strauss Orchestra with a youthful energy that defies time. His performances have done more than entertain, they've uplifted, connected, and inspired audiences across the globe. But recently, fans began to notice subtle changes. Tour dates were quietly removed, and previously confirmed appearances were postponed without explanation. For someone as dedicated and dependable as André, even the smallest changes raised concerns. Online speculation took off. Was it fatigue, scheduling conflicts, or something more serious happening behind the scenes? Throughout it all, André remained composed. He continued performing, smiling from the stage and greeting fans with warmth, until he no longer could. Then, his son, Pierre Rieu, stepped in with news that confirmed many fans' worst fears. André was battling a serious health issue. This wasn't a simple cold or jet lag, it was something far more concerning. Pierre's serious tone and choice of words hinted at a pivotal moment for a man who has always faced life with a violin in hand. To understand the gravity of André's current condition, it's important to revisit a past health crisis. In 2010, while on vacation in Belgium, André experienced a terrifying episode. He woke at 3 a.m. to a violently spinning room and intense disorientation. Surrounded by his team, often described as his musical family, it initially wasn't clear what was wrong. By morning, he felt completely drained, as if something inside him had snapped. Doctors eventually diagnosed him with vestibular neuritis, a condition caused by inner ear inflammation that affects balance and coordination. Even minor movements left him dizzy and nauseous. Standing, let alone performing, became nearly impossible. André had been overexerting himself, juggling numerous projects, learning new languages, and battling heat and fatigue. "It's time it will be transformed into a winter wonderland when you never were there," he once said, alluding to how swiftly things can change. He admitted that he only had two speeds in life, full throttle or complete stop. Doctors insisted he cancel his upcoming shows, including major tours in the UK and Australia, something previously unimaginable for him. But he had no choice. He spent several months recovering with the help of balance exercises recommended by fans and a new outlook on his priorities. It was a difficult but necessary lesson, one that seemed to stick, at least for a while. Unfortunately, the symptoms resurfaced years later. The latest health scare occurred as André made a much-anticipated return to Mexico after 6 years. The excitement was palpable. Fans traveled great distances to see him, and the first 2 concerts in Mexico City went off without a hitch. Everything appeared to be going according to plan. Then, out of nowhere, André fell ill. Less than a day after his second performance, he came down with a severe flu, accompanied by high fever and extreme fatigue. Initially, the team hoped it was something he could power through. But it soon became clear that wouldn't be possible. Pierre later shared how agonizing the decision was. The combination of Mexico City's high altitude, jet lag, and lack of rest created a perfect storm. André had only 1 day to recover from a long flight before stepping onto the stage. It simply wasn't enough. Despite trying to stay strong, his condition rapidly worsened. The team had no choice but to cancel the rest of the tour and rush him home. The news devastated fans. Many had waited years for this chance. Everything had been meticulously planned, merchandise printed, stages set, flights booked. Over 120 members of André's crew were also impacted. Cancelled shows meant not just financial setbacks but emotional strain. To make matters worse, the tour wasn't insured. Despite the disappointment, Pierre reminded everyone that health must come first. But this episode highlighted something deeper. This wasn't just a temporary illness, it was a wake-up call. André's body was sending a clear message: it needed rest. Now 74, André continues to perform with a youthful spirit that defies his age. Watching him on stage, you'd never guess the toll his lifestyle takes. But Pierre acknowledged a difficult truth: world tours at this stage in life are extremely demanding, especially with long flights, time zone changes, and performances in high-altitude cities like Mexico City, which sits over 2,000 meters above sea level. That thin air isn't just tough for athletes, it's draining for anyone exerting themselves on stage. Even André's lead singer Donna Alberti reported nosebleeds and extreme fatigue. During one performance, she had to pause mid-song just to hydrate. Emma, another singer, described the emotional roller coaster of going from performing for 10,000 people to hearing the tour was cancelled the next day. Pierre admitted that traveling to places like Mexico and Australia may no longer be realistic. It's not just about André, it's about the entire team. Their health, their energy, and their well-being are also at stake. Backstage, André had told his wife he wasn't sure he could do this kind of tour again. The signs had been there. He was feeling the strain, and when the music stopped, the message was clear: something had to change before things got worse. This isn't the first time André Rieu had to step back for reasons beyond his control. Back in 2016, fans were stunned when multiple shows were suddenly cancelled. Many feared the worst, that André was suffering from another health issue, but the truth was different and even more emotional. One of his trusted orchestra members had passed unexpectedly, and André was devastated. He didn't just lose a musician, he lost a friend. It hit him hard, and he needed time to grieve. The Johann Strauss Orchestra is more than a group of performers to André, it's his extended family. Every tour, every concert is a shared journey. So when news broke recently that a current orchestra member had suffered a heart attack before a UK show, fans felt a deep concern again. The concert was postponed, and a new date is still uncertain. A pattern is becoming clearer: emergencies, emotional burdens, and physical strain are all taking a toll. These events are reminders of how much André has given to his craft, but they're also signs that even the strongest need to pause, reflect, and heal, even when their hearts still want to keep going. After returning home to Maastricht, André took time to recover. During those quiet days, he reached a conclusion he never thought he'd say out loud: he couldn't keep performing at the same speed anymore. His legs had started to shake before going on stage. His energy was fading. He feared he might collapse while performing. That fear became the tipping point. The decision to cancel wasn't just medical, it was emotional. It forced André to rethink what comes next. Pierre revealed that they're no longer planning to make up the canceled Mexico concerts. The risk is too high. Trips that require long-distance travel may be off the table. Even if André recovers fully, his schedule will be different. He still plans to perform in Chile, Argentina, and Colombia later in the year, but nothing is guaranteed. From now on, they're taking it 1 year at a time, one concert at a time. The focus is shifting toward concerts in Maastricht, where André can rest between shows and manage his time more carefully. He's cutting out media interviews, business openings, and non-essential appearances. Protecting his health isn't about giving up, it's about making sure he can keep doing what he loves, just in a safer, more balanced way. During the global lockdown, when stages were dark and audiences were silent, André discovered something unexpected: baking. He took comfort in simple recipes and late-night baking tutorials on his iPhone. Soon, it became more than just a hobby, it became therapy. His creations began appearing on social media, bringing smiles to fans who were missing his concerts. Eventually, he even landed a spot on the Dutch version of the Great British Bake Off, known as Heel Holland Bakt. But when asked if he would trade music for baking, André laughed: absolutely not. His passion for music runs too deep. Baking is a way to relax, not a replacement for the joy he finds on stage. Even in those quiet kitchen moments, André's heart was still with the music. It reminded him that while touring might change, his identity wouldn't. The violin may rest more often, but it isn't going anywhere. He just needed to adjust the rhythm, and maybe enjoy a slice of cake along the way. From his peaceful home in Maastricht, André Rieu has redefined what happiness means. He no longer chases every opportunity. Instead, he cherishes the few that truly matter. Summer concerts in Vrijthof are now his focus, beautiful, intimate, and close to home. He's no longer trying to be everywhere. Now, he invites the world to come to him. André often jokes that he plans to live until 140, and while that may not be literal, it shows his enduring spirit. He still has big ideas, fresh tour concepts, and endless creativity. He's not finished, just fine-tuning the pace. What's your favorite André Rieu moment? Share it in the comments. And if you felt inspired by this story, hit like, subscribe, and click the next video on your screen.